Good morning, y'all. This is a little bit of a different video. Kind of some exciting news. We get to work on framing our house again because we actually were able to purchase all the lumber to finish framing our house. This is something we weren't able to do for a really long time because of the lumber crisis. And lumber started going down, and my husband watched it. And before we knew it, we were able to purchase all the lumber we needed. And so today, we are beginning framing this kitchen wall over here. So I will keep you posted on that. Very exciting. We had to be extremely patient throughout this process. It was hard living in an unfinished home. This was all supposed to be done well over a year and a half ago, but with COVID and the lumber crisis, we just had to be patient. Look at this, y'all. It is a beautiful sight. All that lumber. I didn't know when I would ever see that. We are so giddy, you guys. God is truly good, and as hard as it is to wait sometimes, when everything starts to fall together, you can't help but feel so good inside and to just give praise to God. And I'm going to be doing little snippets here and there of how the progress is going. And as the framing of the kitchen wall starts coming together, I'll add that in here. And I'm just going to edit all this video together, and I hope it comes out really good. But we're going to be doing lots of progress videos on the homestead of how our barndominium home is coming together. And just very, very excited, and the kids are so excited to have their rooms framed and done, and to have their closets especially. Everybody had to live without closets for so long, but you know, our home was livable, and our home was filled with love and fun, and we couldn't get too sad about it because we knew that all things were in God's timing. Things don't always go according to plan, but I am going to share all that with you because it is an interesting story, and I hope that it will encourage some of y'all out here who are going through this journey and who are considering this journey of building your own home and becoming more self-sufficient. So I'll see you in a bit, guys. All right, well, we've got some great progress. He's got the dining area framed, so it's looking good. Step back here. Okay, it's Tuesday night and we are back at it. We were on the kitchen wall and now we're working on the kids' walls.
Something wider. Honestly, white. This useless one. My side's in really far. Okay, hold what you got. That's the right side.
I'll move down somewhere.
Okay. And go. And can we get a level out? So we look at it. Yeah, basically perfect. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm.
Our son Luke does all our cuts. He does a great job. Friday night, and they are still putting up framing. This is the wall in front of the bathroom and beside Lily's room. They got the framing around Lily's window. Doing a real good job. Working hard tonight. The boys are installing anchors. David's taught them how to do that. Wow.
That's good. Yeah. Just clean it a little bit off.
Go back this way. While I was in the bathroom taking a shower, they got Lily's outside wall framed. Not too shabby. I think I'll hang out in the bathroom more. They seem to get a lot of work done when I'm not here. And of course, they yesterday got the back of the bathroom, the second bathroom framed. Looks like we're building a jail cell.
Guys, I wanted to do a little bit of backstory to let you guys know how we kind of got in this predicament to where we were living in an unfinished house. We knew that we were going to be finishing our house as we went along, paying as we went. As we had the money, we were going to buy 2x4s and tools that were needed and supplies that were needed. But this was supposed to be a 6-month to a year process of building our own Barndo home. And it actually turned into now more than a 2-year process. And I will tell you what happened. So, when we went to a contractor to have the exterior of our metal Barndo built, there were some issues with the builder. As many of you guys know, you will have some contractor issues, and they were dragging their feet on some things. And then also, we had just sold our house, so we had to go into a rent house. And we wanted to get a rent house that was closer to where we were building, because where we were now was over an hour away. And so we ended up selling our house real quick, and we got into the rent house. Well, during that time, when my husband and boys were starting to make the home livable so that we could get it move-in ready, just enough so that we could live in there. And then what we were going to do is, as we had money, we were going to build around us. Well, we had an unprecedented 6 months of rain during that time. So what was supposed to be a kind of a 6-month thing of us staying in the rent house and getting the home livable, and with the contractors dragging their feet, it turned into us being in the rent house for a year. Where we were renting was a college town, Norman, Oklahoma. Go Sooners. And so in the college town, everything was a lot more expensive, and so our rent was astronomical. And so we ended up depleting a lot of our savings between that and some other things going on. Then COVID hit, then the lumber crisis hit, and long story short, I don't want to make this any longer than it has to be, all of our money that was in savings that would have built our house was depleted. We ended up starting out, our home was going to be about 3,500 square feet. We had to keep kind of dwindling it down to what it is now. It is 1,500 square foot now, which is perfect for our family. We are very pleased and just happy to have a place to live. But it was kind of a crazy process of just, you know, God allowed certain things, certain stumbling blocks to happen, and, you know, He has His reasons. But I did want you guys to know why we're, for such a long time, living in this incomplete house. And, you know, it has been hard at times, but it is what it is, and God has strengthened us through it. We've learned so much along the way. I feel like I could someday hopefully help other people with this process. I hope nobody has to wait as long as we did to build, but it has been crazy. And right as we were about to be able to build, COVID hit. And right as we were about to be able to do it again, the lumber crisis hit, and we were not about to pay 4 times for lumber what we could have had for the original price. We just were not going to do it. I believe there was quite a bit of gouging going on there, and we just, through this whole process, this has all been about being more self-sufficient and being debt-free, and that was not the path to being debt-free. And so we decided that we were going to just sit and wait on God, and when God was ready, we would start building. And so we actually bought our lumber not long ago, and here we are framing, and we've got so much done already in such a short time. And I don't know how it's going to go and how the Lord is going to provide, because already some other things are starting to go up. Like I think my husband said drywall, and Lily, do you remember what else he said went up? I don't know, some other supplies had gone up, and so we just kind of wait on God's...
Spray foam insulation.
That's right. We did just get a whole bunch more spray foam. We actually have our first layer of spray foam, but we need more, and then we're also going to put another secondary insulation over that. But yes, in the process of all this, spray foam has gone up too. Everything is just so crazy in the world, and inflation is getting crazy, and so that is just a very quick synopsis of what has gone on and why it has taken us so long. You have plans, and in hindsight, when you look back, you think, oh, I should have done this or I should have done that. And yes, there is some of that, but at the heart of this, there was a lot of things that were completely out of our control. We had all this money saved in the bank from the equity of our home, and just that we had just been piling back and trying our very best to build our nest egg so that we could build the inside of the home and be debt free. But God had other plans, and we understand that. And you know what? In God's timing, things get done. And I just want to encourage you guys, when you get down and out and it seems like things aren't going your way, just remember, God's plan is greater than your plan, and that's what we've stuck to this whole time. And this has brought us together closer as a family. We have worked together as a team. We didn't want it to drag us down. We wanted God to be glorified through this, and we wanted to just pull closer as a family. And I wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing how we're kind of raising up the walls in the house. And I'm going to keep you guys posted, and I'll post videos showing the progress as often as I can. If you like this, give us a like, give us a subscribe. If you feel led to, share with some friends on social media. We appreciate everybody's encouragement along the way in this. I've had so many people on Instagram reach out and just give us a pat on the back and say, you guys can do this, and we really appreciate y'all and all the love. Have a great day, and God bless.